trying to get a better understanding of where the world, particular industries, where they headed. And sometimes in order to get your mind around truly cutting-edge technology, you have to drill down with privately held companies, even though there's no way yet to invest in them directly. That's why tonight we're going off the tape with CNBC, one of the leading players in the advanced metering infrastructure and automatic meter reading business. What you'll sometimes hear described as the smart grid. CNBC helps everything from water to gas and electric to heat utilities by providing them with advanced measurement, data collection, and control capabilities. That makes it possible for the utilities to read your meter remotely, as well as letting them conserve power or water or whatever they happen to be selling. Plus, these smart grid systems allow for two-way communication between utilities and their customers, which helps customers save on their electric bill or their water bill or gas bill. So we want to dig deeper with Lou D'Ambrosio. He's the chairman of CNBC, respected business leader who was the CEO of Sears Holdings until earlier this year. Before that, he was CEO of Avaya, which went private, and he'd also worked at IBM, senior executive positions. And yes, he's a Philadelphian, so I've got a little background here. Mr. D'Ambrosio, welcome to Bad Buddy.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Good
to see you. Good to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
Right, we know from our work with Honeywell and Dave Cote, we know from our work with Eaton, that we hear that the greatest thing we can do in this country in terms of saving energy is not finding oil, but is saving it for the buildings that are already there. But are there enough incentives to make it work?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Several years ago, the government had a large stimulus package. And obviously, a lot of that was targeted towards a smart grid. Today, there's very little government funding, but there's justification unto itself. So when you deploy these smart meters and this communication solution, you save money, you grow revenue. Yes, you provide society benefits as well. So if you think about it, all the trucks that used to have to roll to check your meters, you don't need those any longer. A line goes down. You used to have to wait till somebody calls in.
Right.
Now you automatically understand that. You could put that line up. You could get the people back online much more quickly. So the benefits, whether it's saving costs, whether it's growing revenue, whether it's increasing customer satisfaction, unto themselves make sense. And sure, stimulus money would help, but the justification is there.
But Lou, I remember we had Mr. Berkman from Con Ed, and it's pretty clear that some of these state commissions aren't sensitive to what you're talking about. They don't understand that maybe the utilities should be given more money, get a bigger rate increase. If they do this stuff, what's the incentive in the system to have it?
Well, the incentive in the system is, frankly, at the end of the day, to help consumers. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
If you go away from our country just for 1 second and go to the United Kingdom, the United Kingdom just launched a program to reduce carbon emissions by 20% by the year 2020.
Okay.
Everybody around the globe bid on it. CNBC was the only North American provider to be part of that deal. What does the UK think they're going to save? Do you have any estimate? $10 billion. Why are they going to save the money? Because now the consumers, armed with the data of how they're using their energy, when they should use their dishwasher or their washer machine, 8 o'clock, 3 o'clock, etc., information goes a long way. By adjusting now their consumption habits, they will benefit significantly. So you talk about the commissions as advocates for the consumers benefit this. So do the utilities, but surely the consumers do as well.
Okay, how do you compete against established players? Itron, this new one just came up with Silver Spring Networks, hot as a pistol. They're supposed to be, they got 32% of market share. How do you defeat them? You're a small private company.
Well, first of all, we are a multiple in terms of the size of Silver Spring.
Okay.
So notwithstanding the fancy press releases, I appreciate that. You know,
they do have them. It looks good.
Great writers. It's good. You know, excited. Itron has a history in the meter business.
Yes.
Silver Spring is new to the party, and they come from a technology base. What we bring as CNBC is the combination of both. We have utilities of gas, electric, and water, plus have the leading technology in the industry.
Okay.
So we believe it's a false dilemma in terms of should you start with somebody who has a background in utility and meters or technology. It's a false dilemma. You go with CNBC, and you could get both.
Okay, and you're a technologist. I mean, you were trying to, when you were at Sears, inject technology. Does technology, did it have an impact at Sears when you were there?
It's all about information. It's all about information. So Sears has tens and tens of millions of customers. Gathering that information now to help predict what those customers will buy has a big impact. At CNBC now, the utilities understand, hey, look what's happening at Jim Cramer's residence. His line is down. I have that information now. Or God forbid, there's something going on with your gas line.
Okay.
In the past, remember the old days? How did you find out if there was a gas line problem?
Smell.
smell. And you had to wait till the guys came, right?
Yeah, it was like your mother told you to get inside, hide under the bed.
Exactly. I grew up in South Philly. What happened? You know what happened? The Gears guys used to come.
Right.
They used to dig the ground up. We used to go outside, used to be party at midnight because you didn't have to go to school the next day because people were checking the gas line. Now we could identify, wait, look what's happening. There's something here. We should concern. And now remotely, we could send the information to close the valves to prevent the disaster. So information goes a long, long way.
Okay, well, I got to tell you, people are going to want a piece of your company.
Well, guess what? We'll see how things play out, Jim. Right now, we're focused on building a very, very special company. Now, whether or not we take it public, whether we combine with others,
right.
We'll see how this whole industry plays out.
All right, but I like what you're doing, Lou.
Thanks,
Very
Jim.
forward. You're a technologist first and foremost. That's Lou D'Ambrosio, chairman of Sensus. We're trying to bring you these cutting-edge companies. This is the kind of cutting-edge company you do eventually want a piece of. Stay with Cramer.